Hello and welcome back. So today we're going to be watching my second match online on multiplayer. It's going to be just like a review series of my matches, so I can learn and improve from watching them back, and maybe teach people who was a little confused how it all works. So if you put a troop on a city, that city, that troop no longer takes resources. Um, it heals twice as fast and the city is just making more money. So that's brilliant. We want the troops on the cities, and we want to get as many as we can. This map is kind of tricky because I need to be able to defend the river area down here, so I need these two troops. Otherwise, he can just cross, and that would be very scary. But there is a city that I'm standing on right there. He's got lots of heavies down here. I'm not talking about up here for now. I'll talk about it in a second. He's got lots of heavies down here, and I don't. So I feel like on this map, this is my weakest side. So I really want to leave these troops here. But I am going to take a heavy away because, like I said in the last video, forests are huge debuffs for heavies. I do not want any heavies in the forests. They get better used in other places. So I'm taking this one down. I'm eventually going to move him down to this line. I'm only fighting here in the plains, not in the forest with my heavies. I'm keeping this one for rotation. I've already rotated this one out. We're going down again. Great. Down here, he's pushing with his heavies. He has to. Um, I think that's simply how you play it from the red point of view on this map. What he should be doing though is bringing this around to the face of the front and then bringing this one to where he is now and attacking down, and then he'd have a 3-on-1 on a heavy. And because if he can delete one of my heavies completely from this side, then I've only got two heavies against six, and it would probably be the entire front would be over if he managed to get rid of a heavy. I notice I managed to pull it out. Up here, I'm just moving these few ones up here just to like keep the pressure on and to distract him a little bit. While I'm really trying to break through in the center here with my heavies in the plains. Rotated the fresh one in. I've retreated this one out. I am rocking and rolling his heavies right now. My heavy is still on full health against one that's 60% health as far as he's concerned, because the two that he was actually damaging have been moved out. It's great. Here I'm rotating this guy that was safe on the city and putting a fresh one there. I'm just trying to hold this at bay. I mean, there's only so much I can do. I don't know why I'm attacking here. I didn't know at this point that attack defenders have an advantage. So what I should be doing all the time, and this front as blue, is like holding back and only reacting, not trying to plot much, unless of course something escalates. It's full health here with this heavy is really brutal for him. And because the symbol doesn't change until it's halfway, as far as he's concerned, this could still be like 60% health like this one. Like to him, that one and that one look the same, but I know that this one is a lot stronger. This one, however, is not, so I'm gonna again rotate it out, keeping the heavy in the plane, moving a new light over to keep the supply routes contingent. Lots of movement here in the south. I lose a lot of troops just attacking into somewhere that I should have been defending. I've moved these twos back onto cities. I've got an extra heavy up here that I moved from the top that I've completely forgotten about. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't try and use heavies to hold cities because I know I'm going to forget about them. I should move this heavy down immediately. Over here, we're keeping pressure on the city really well, actually. I know from my memory of the game that I don't end up taking the city, which I'm really surprised by watching it back. So let's see how he tries to defend it. He tries to bring a troop up, which I cut off. Ah, yes, I do a blunderous attack in the north, which actually fails pretty badly if my memory is correct. Um, but it looks so good for now. I'm really widening the breachhead in the south as well. Like from right now, it looks like his entire front line is just collapsing. He's about to lose this city. I'm about to. I shouldn't have moved. What am I doing with that guy? Okay, we're coming around this side. Sure, sure, that's fine. That heavy needs to get out that forest. That heavy being in the forest is a huge mistake. Guys, don't do that. Do that if you ever see your heavy doing that, attacking a city or like doing, just move him into the plains. It's like 2 pixels away. Oh, this group gets cut off. Oh, dearie me, what is going on now? We do manage to stop it getting cut off completely, but we lost unnecessary health during that we did not need to. He's now brought the 3 heavies that were healing up. Luckily, we do manage to get an encirclement on. It looks like 2 of their light troops, which will give a lot of relief to this line. Like, you do not, like, even if your troop survives on 1% health, that is phenomenally better. Like, the one that he's running away to his city back here, this troop is more valuable to him than any last man stand that he could ever do. Even like falling back and letting them follow you is oftentimes like a great tactic because then you can surround them and get more surface area to hit them from more angles. So just don't let your troops die. I lost 1 or 2 down here. I think I had 4 heavies here the whole time, so I think all my heavies survived, luckily. I should be rotating this heavy out, but he's currently defending this entire thing. For all I know, he's gonna scarper for that city. That heavy stops that threat entirely. I'm gonna lose a heavy and a light here to a very well executed encirclement. I'm gonna walk away and lose another unit. No, he manages to save himself. Am I gonna plug that gap with anything? Down here, I'm distracted down here with more blunders and losing more units. So right now he has 260,000 troops, and I've got 210,000. I've taken 50,000 more casualties, or 40,000 more casualties, sorry. Yeesh. Although my heavies are full health, he's only got 3 that are full health. I've got 2 that are full health. Yeah, no, he's winning down here as well. I just have to stop him pushing. Up here, I've lost. I forgot if it's 3 or 4 lights now and 1 heavy. Not good. Not good at all. So over here, I try to finally cross the river. Just to like change it up, put some pressure elsewhere. Oh, oh no! I lose a second heavy unit. Yeah, that's gonna make. I can't like replicate now anymore the push on the planes that I had here, which went so well until it didn't. I should have sent a lot more units in there a lot sooner, earlier to shore up the breachhead, probably just from up here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I make a mad dash of one of the units that was going to be encircled and capture a city. Down here, the front line is just about holding on, which it probably shouldn't be. He probably should just be attacking me full force right now, but I think I've distracted him just with the insanity of this attack over the river and whatever's going on in his back lines. He pops an encirclement for a moment. Oh, because I captured the city, which changes the whole dynamic of the situation. I think for a long time I don't have either of these guys on the city because I don't realize again that only one unit can be on the city. So here we go. I'm making big lines now. What are we doing? We're drawing a freshly produced rookie heavy unit over here. Two more lights. We've encircled ourselves. We've stopped the encirclement. Capturing the city. Kind of. Looks like we're pulling back out of that, which is a good thinking because little did I know he's got a lot of forces here that I don't really want to mess with. Especially if they continue their pathing onto the plains as they should, as they are heavy. Really need to emphasize that point to people. So here we go. This could have been a great play. What I did is do it too early, and didn't commit enough units to it. So what I'm trying to do is cut off this entire peninsula, which would just eliminate 6 heavy units, and the game would be mine. But as you can see, I failed to do that. So that's really sad. If I'd had like 1 or 2 more lights, I could have absolutely rushed 1 light over here, held the breachhead. As soon as the heavy start dying from being encircled, like it doesn't matter that it's a heavy against a light. That heavy's gonna die to the light. Even if it was a full health heavy against like a half health or less light, if they're encircled, that heavy's dying. So we could have totally trapped them in there. So yeah, I'm gonna try and replicate that on a future plays of this map. Because this is, like, the 6 heavies here is one of their strongest things. And I've spent a lot of focus up north with this push. I like this push early. If the map does spawn the same every time, I think a good tactic is pushing with these heavies, rotating like I did, but then maybe just holding the forest. Because like the heavies performing better here, you just have like 1 heavy up here, 1 light, 1 light, 1 heavy on this forest edge, 1 heavy on this forest edge, and then 1 heavy just like really like poking its nose out, and then a few lights, and that's your front line sort of drawn like around here. So you're threatening if they pull too many units away to push onto their city at any time, but you don't. And then you drag your extra lights away for this river crossing here, because this is actually what ended up winning the game. And I assume I could have done it earlier. And then this pinch off. Oh, I think it's because he must have moved a unit out or shuffled the line. He gave me a big enough gap that I could encircle these units. But I don't follow through with the encirclement nearly well enough. And both his units managed to escape. I'm still higher on casualties. He's still higher on troops. None of my encirclements are working. And yet, the momentum continues to push towards him only. Okay. So everything is now stabilized. In the north, we've got 2 heavies on the plains. Heavy in the forest, which he doesn't need to be, but he's just there to show face. These guys, again, they're not on the cities, like I said before. Like, I leave them not on the cities for ages. Don't be doing this. Pick whichever one you want to heal first. Most likely, actually, the light in this situation. do something with the heavy. Probably move the heavy onto like just down here just to hold this gap to stop them pushing if they ever try to flank. I'm doing lots of rotations now, moving this guy who was fighting on the front lines down here all the way up here. This guy who hasn't fought once this entire game is now being thrown into the fight because he was being too lazy. We're taking this weak one out for a half health heavy because we don't have time for him to wait to be full health. We don't have time for these ones to wait to be full health either. We should be throwing these ones in. We should be throwing these ones in and letting these ones die, in fact, because we just need to be pushing the advantage in this area. Like, if I paused it actually and just counted how many light troops we have to spare that would be joining in the push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not as good as it looks, is it? I guess we might have 11 here. Yeah, so we need these extra ones in, and we just need to be throwing into this gap. It's quite a crazy way to play, but I like that. I think I need to be more aggressive and just like beat them on my micromanagement, and start doing like rotations down to the last like percentile. Like I wouldn't even be rotating these ones back out. Or I like that I'm rotating this red one to heal up. Um, we're pushing in the north finally as well. We seem to be getting a crazy good encirclement if we can complete it, which we do manage to, on a heavy in a plains. So that threat is just gone now, and it's going to make it a lot harder for him to hold that side of the map. We're just rotating a little, like rotations like that. I really like. You just hold like a guy that's like this guy. He's now going to heal up very slowly, and he's eventually going to be orange, and then you can just put him back in. We're running him all the way to the city. Okay, I lost a unit down here. I'm gonna lose another unit here as well. Gonna probably lose a heavy in here as again in addition. Gotta use a different connective word. Okay, what's going on here? Why am I letting this guy just beat himself to death? And why do I have just an army standing here? But nevertheless, the army standing there has been saving. They're now good health. We finally took the troop advantage back from him. We did in fact lose a heavy unit here, but he is going to lose much, much more as we finally start activating these units that really should have been activated 5 minutes ago or more. I was quite proud of myself in this match playing it, but now I'm looking back and I don't agree. I think I could have done a lot better. So it's a good thing that we're watching the replay. Here again, like, yeah, rotate out, push with the full health, green health, full morale. You just can't go wrong, really. 3 heavies in a plane. This light needs to get rotated out, moved with him. Probably, I don't know what I'd be doing. Yeah, just start drawing the lines, just drawing the lines. He's escaping. I can't believe I'm letting him escape. Like this light unit should be helping in the encirclement. These guys should be engaging and stopping anything from moving. But no, instead of encircling him, we let him escape. But the damage has been done. The game is practically over at this point. I'm not going to make a big enough mistake for him to capitalize on, and I think that's basically it. It's like chess all over again. You lose chess when you make mistakes. It sounds simple, but all pro players in chess is just not. It's just making good moves every time, and that's why it's kind of boring. Um, so you got to do your best in this game to play a little bit boring and just maximize not making little mistakes. And that's why I emphasize stuff. I mean, there's I fix it. It's okay. I can still talk like I have some kind of authority, even if I just encircle three of my heavy units. But this is why I'm emphasizing the heavy units fighting in plains, because if you're fighting them in forests when they could be getting more value fighting in plains, that's the mistake, and you might be losing games because of it. Um, I mean, this game is just over at this point. He should really surrender. Um, I stopped. I I stopped this unit being encircled. I stopped that unit being encircled. In fact, we encircle one of his own units. No, it gets cut off. I really need to work on my encirclements. I think it is just like a hard thing to keep on top of, but um, like I want to be able to look at this. I want to see like Korean levels of lines all the time. Um, so let's like practice like in the shadows. Line down here, line on this one engaging him, two on him engaging him, because two lights on one heavy in a forest I'm fine with. These guys I'm fine with because there's troops on those cities. Um, this is ridiculous that we're engaging here before the encirclement's complete. We missed this opportunity already. Oh no, he's running back in. It's finished the encirclement. Why am I not drawing it? It's because it's a replay. I'm shouting at my ghost self for not finishing that encirclement. I'm letting like what 3 or 4 units have just died here fighting these heavies in the plains. So we're getting big encirclements in the center. His front line is collapsing. If he had managed to get these heavies out, it's still over, but he could have. There's not really anywhere plainsy to heat. We could have held them on the bridges. Yeah, if actually he had fallen back a lot earlier, but it didn't look like he was losing because just a moment ago he had 40,000 more troops than me, but now I have 40,000 more troops than him. Um, Encirclements is the name of the game. You got to get these encirclements going. This should be an encirclement. I should just pull this guy off a little bit. Oh no, because he's already engaged. Oh no, well, you're pinning them together. So actually pinning them is part of the encirclement game. This guy should be slotting in and just helping finish the encirclement. Here should be slotting in and finishing the encirclement. This guy locking it in place. Um, these guys should be coming around and doing some big encirclements. This should not. No one. Everyone in this thing should just be encircled. All these units are dying. I know there's a city under there. We can turn city flags on with this. So there is a city under this one here. I keep them off just because you can't see the health bars fully when it's on, which is very bad, poor game design. This guy needs to just walk onto the city and he'd be fine. And then this guy's dead. And then we should get a surrender any moment now because I can't understand why he would try and win from this situation. And then I circle his capital instead. So, like, pushing this capital, it took, even though my front line started here and I had a very successful push, it was basically threatening the capital the entire game. Um, it's not until the last moment that I take it. So I don't think this is the side to push in at all. You should just hold. And maybe that's why it gives you so many heavies. Because I moved one heavy all the way over at the start. Um, let's just have a quick cheeky look at that match again. So yeah, it starts you with 5 heavies on this side. 2 heavies to defend the forest edge of here. 2 to push down the center. This guy is like redundant. actually. Unless you want to rotate out. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think I made the correct call with pulling one away. Um, and then just really like trying to get as much stuff in here as you can. Like he pulled one off this line, like I'm happy to like match him. So I did, I pulled one over there. I don't know how you'd play this better. I mean, this heavy push in the north did so much. I think this is a really nice opening gambit on this map with blue. I don't really know what you do as red. You could actually, because you have such an advantage up here. I don't hate as red pulling one or two heavies off this side and moving them all the way up here. Or even as a separate gambit for red, moving one or two heavies up to like this edge here. And see where it's not forest? If the heavies were helping push out this side, if you could threaten this bridge, uh, that could be a really good thing because you're threatening like basically three cities. As soon as you take that bridge, the capital's in peril, and these two cities are in peril, and then they're spreading so many units out that you could start sending troops all over. So maybe that's what I'll try as red if I do red again. What I don't like that I did here is push any more down this line. I think just like leaving this line, trying to get as many troops down here for blue as possible. So that your opening gambit, the value, like once you rotate these units out, put this one in, um, at a certain point, like the value you've achieved is already been achieved. So the you've got two heavy units now that are super low health. This is great. That's what we wanted. We don't really need anything else over there ever because as we figured out, I mean, like the only breakthroughs we got were like running for their cities, which is kind of fun, but that can just happen whenever. Um, See, I'm swapping this low health unit out for a part of the line that's not been touched much, and I'm putting a high health unit that hasn't fought next to where the battles are taking place, which I do like. But yeah, so then what would I be doing? So let's say we've got um, another light here and another heavy. I don't know, man. Yeah, like getting a heavy down at the bottom because they start with a light unit down here, and that's the only way that you would possibly have an advantage. So you can get that heavy that you took off from the top. Try to fight him down here, but honestly, I think just holding and defending, and then any spare units you have, just be like plotting, waiting on your cities and plotting for a defense. So yeah, I think at this point you just like stop. You just hold, basically in kind of the positions we are now. Yeah. Um, yeah, and we got some extra units. I don't like that I pushed down here at all. We would have a lot more resources to do stuff if we didn't meddle with stuff down here. Alright, well, there we are.